Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Halo Hits. Today we're going to be discussing the first phase of Halo Fleet Battles. Halo Fleet Battles is comprised of 5 phases: the Order Dice phase, the Wings phase, the Battle Groups phase, the Boarding Resolution phase, and the End phase. Obviously, today we're going to be discussing the first phase, the Order Dice phase. After you've chosen your commanders and your heroic characters, you count how many boxes they have, and that's how many order dice you roll. In this case, both the commanders only have 5 boxes, so they each roll 5 order dice. After rolling your order dice, you place them in the boxes. If you have a heroic character, you may want to choose a specific order dice that you would like to place in the highlighted box. This allows any heroic characters to use that ability along with your commander being able to use the ability as well. After choosing that, you're allowed to do any of your orders. The only order on each of these commanders that you can perform at this time will be the Form Up order, which is basically an order used later in the game if you need to reform a battle group of a BR6 to help you get more firepower in one shot. Now let's move on to how the commanders work. So each commander will have their standard orders where they can spend the cost and do the order. After you spend the cost, you remove the die and you get to reroll it next turn and add it back to the die pool. Each commander also has special orders which take more die to use but are most likely more useful or potent. Other than having orders, each commander also has a unique ability. In Stanforth's case, he can reroll 2 of his initiative die, so per se he doesn't want to command in defense. He can reroll, and he gets an attack and another defense. However, he has to keep these because the second result must stand. And Rio has his unique ability, which is with the initiative die. He's allowed to reroll the initiative die, but the second result must stand. So after you've chosen to do any abilities, you move on to rolling the initiative die. In this case, Stanforth got a 6, Rio got a 5, and then you add up each command icon to your die. So Stanforth would add 1, and Rio would also add 1. So Rio ends up with 6, and Stanforth ends up with 7. So he would have the initiative, unless Rio decides to reroll, which he does, but he fails. And then Stanforth would have the initiative. If it's the first turn and both players get the same roll, they keep re-rolling until one person is the clear victor. If it's a tie later in the game, the player who had initiative last time gives initiative to the other person. With initiative, you decide if you'd like to activate one of your battle groups first, or if you want your opponent to activate one of their battle groups first. And you go on from there. That's the end of the first phase of the game. Join us next time to learn about the Wings phase.